Yeah, it's I know a lot of teenagers really they think it's almost like cool to be awake at like 3 a.m. and whatever. First of all, if you're a teenager, you obviously sleep is really important. Obviously, when you're a teenager, you are developing. You are you're developing. You need sleep, especially when you're a teenager. The thing is, the teenagers they know that they need sleep, but for some reason they decide not to. I don't know. But obviously, some teenagers have talked about, well, school is the reason why, well, they're going to sleep late. Yeah. What about summer break? Why are you doing it during summer break then? If that's your own responsibility at that point. If you're on summer break, then why still do it? It's not only about, it's clear that it's not only about, oh, they have insomnia. Some people do have insomnia, yeah. But based on the way they, I mean, obviously I have talked to teenagers before, so based on the way they talk, it's almost makes it seem like they do think that it's cool in a way. Yes, what actually might pull them more into staying up late is their own. I mean, their friends stay up late, so they just simply think might as well do the same because they get to they hang out with their friends at night. Well, I mean, I was never some simple teenagers, as to say, because I never really had friends, as to say. I just grew up with kind of solitude. I really, right now, have my friend. Well, obviously, some days we don't talk because we need our own time as well, really. So, yeah, it's understandable. But yeah, it's for me, I never really had the problem with friend thing. I mean, I really just stayed up because if I remember correctly, it's just boredom really. Because sometimes at night I just feel I am a lot more relaxed. I just listen to music. I just some people it's just naturally harder to fall asleep at night because some people are just kind of nocturnal, yeah. So they are kind of some people just focus better during night. It's a simple thing. So yeah, it's not as easy as telling someone go to sleep, whatever, because some people naturally are, night owls, as to say. So yeah, it's every person is different. I mean, what can I really say? I mean, some people just for some people the solution for sleep is just literally just sleeping pills. Well, yeah, and obviously, especially old people, and old people have difficulty falling asleep, and yeah. But yeah, when you are a teenager, it is a bond. First of all, also if you want to reach the maximum actually potential of your height, really, then you should sleep as well. Because if you want to be I'm not saying that everyone will be tall or something like that. No, but it will maximize your potential height. Because for a lot of people, they could have been taller if they had just slept and had better eating habits or whatever. Some people obviously, also nutrition is everything is important. But obviously nowadays the teenagers they drink alcohol and all these things. The many factors that stunt the development of teenage brains. It's not like they don't teach effects of alcohol in school. I know for a fact that they did. It's just people are ignorant. I remember they specifically had the subject that literally just discourages teenagers from drinking. Right? It's there was like a specific like a chapter that said, "Oh yeah, don't drink alcohol." It, I think, what's the nicest way to say it? It basically said, "Oh, it makes you dumber and everything," which is true. Yeah. What I'm saying is that uh, they do teach this stuff in school, in Estonia at least. So there's nothing to really complain about because the teenagers they do know kind of, but it's almost like they don't care or what, or they really don't know and they were just ignorant. And to be fair, I have heard teenagers say that school is go to jail. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of us have heard that saying that teachers are saying that I want to get out of this jail cell, whatever. The truth is, mostly it depends on the school. For me, I went to a countryside school. People had fights all the time, but the education was top tier. So that's good. Overall, I would say in Estonia, the education itself is kind of good, but other things like bullying and stuff might pull things down a bit. But also ignorance. When students are ignorant themselves, then obviously it's not going to help their case really. So I have seen like teachers posing with what is it, like snooze? It's called snooze, right? Like the thing I've seen teachers posing, with the like whatever packaging. Well, obviously vapes. We can't really forget vapes, can we? We really cannot. Vapes, you just can't. Yeah, it really does suck. I mean, especially for teenagers. I mean, the fact that parents are allowing it, and obviously there are several this vape dealers, and well, they do exist, and in fact, these vape dealers are, well, they are dealers themselves. It's I believe if you really want to like buy a vape off the internet, like a big vape, I think you're not allowed to do it. So yeah, it's a kind of has to be bought in individual bots apparently. Yes, you can buy drugs from the internet. That is weird. It is a possibility. All I can say really is fuck this, man. Before, like, I think it's with the vapes, they before they weren't that regulated, but now obviously they are regulating it. I guess the huge reason may be that with vapes, still is a big deal that that teenagers are smoking their vape there and whatever. It's like a very popular subject, and when something is very popular and it's very apparent, then the government just acts on it because otherwise people are gonna go against the government and attack them as why are you not doing something against this epidemic and whatever. I believe that's literally the fact that vapes became so popular and the popularity itself kind of forced the government to start regulating it. In Estonia, I believe like flavored vapes are banned, right? It's kind of the flavor itself obviously helps with the fact that teenagers want it, which obviously it's like candy practically. It's like the new candy, like but vapes didn't exist practically even, or even if they did exist, or they were just a lot more low key. Teenagers just bought candy and ate that. That's also sweet and all that stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like something that constantly off on, and it's just Yeah, it is wild with teenagers, definitely. I mean, I remember watching this, I guess it was specifically like an episode of a show or something like that thing. It was kind of, they talked about it and stuff. It's, yeah, it's definitely just, fucked. Really, I guess what you can really do is kind of mean, but I guess criticizing is the best option here. Let's see. If you think about it, if you criticize the person that's vaping, right? It's kind of it almost makes them think that wait, vaping was cool. Wait, why are people criticizing me for it? So yeah, I'm not really talking about bullying here. I'm talking about well, maybe if we specifically, maybe even just calmly try to explain, give some effort, you know. Obviously, effort is all we can give. Overall, I would say that criticizing is the best course of action here. Because, think about it. If we criticize the people that are vaping, right, they maybe, I'm being hopeful. If they don't stop, they start regulating their habits, and maybe try to replace the habit with something else. My guess is this vaping teenagers, they have ADHD or something. They probably need to have something in the fidget around, and you know, it's constantly puff. This vaping linked to smoking grass. Not really, I mean, in that way, well, it's a different thing at least. So, but thing with so-called grass, well, what I would say is it's not the same thing. Personally, I think it's bad to rely on something. I think a person needs to think themselves. With grass, it kind of pops your mind. People say that it makes them feel calmer, you know. If you need some kind of drug to do that for you, something's fucked up. I think you need to sort yourself out and have that ability inside yourself to calm yourself down. That's what the person needs, not some drug that helps them do it. I do think that it's not okay for a person to rely on some drug to so-called better themselves or make themselves feel better, because I think a person should naturally be capable of doing that. And if they are not capable, they should maybe go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. Maybe just have someone to talk to. The thing is, I know that people use drugs to just simply cope with their things, with their everyday lives, and you know, and they get addicted to it because if they don't do it, they get withdrawal symptoms and incapacitates them. And I used to rely on caffeine. I used to drink energy drinks, and got to a point where I was practically immune to it, and that's a sign of well, addiction. It is a sign. If a person feels as if they are getting immune to this, caffeine, right? For example, they are going to want more of caffeine. I'm talking about my case. It's not only about specifically caffeine. It's also about other drugs. People start feeling as if they are immune to the current dose of this drug, so they start wanting to higher their dose and to get the same feeling as they used to. I mean, things like that could get life-threatening, potentially. Anything can be an addiction, if you really think about it. People get addicted to vitamins, and therefore they die from it because they consume too much of the vitamin. Yeah, well, practically that's the thing I'm saying, yeah. Truth is, yes, I was talking about the energy drink. thing, but do you have to imagine it wasn't really addiction because I was capable of abstaining. The reason why I stopped it was basically it was fucking up my fucking teeth. It's just sweet, like fuck, it's sweet, and I just decided, wait, what the fuck is happening? It's fucking up my teeth, and I just decided, well, fuck this. I just threw it away, and I just my teeth got better after that. By the way, so good decision, maybe.